With summer around the corner, some of you beginners might be asking yourselves, how do I hold a tennis racket? Well, the answer is, there's 4 different ways to hold the racket, depending on how you want to play. Here are a few little segments that might help you understand better which grip is good for you. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so first thing we're going to explain to you guys today is the 8 bevels of the racket. So if you notice, if I call this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, there's 8 bevels total. Those 8 bevels all have a certain area, and those bevels want to be touching certain areas of my hand, and these are the 2 spots that the pressure wants to be on the most, okay? So the first grip is the Continental grip. The Continental grip is used for the serve, the volley, the slice. It's a very important grip, and it's what we used to see a lot in the 1980s when the bounces of the balls were much lower. Bevel 1, with the 2 areas we were talking about before, with the joints a little bit on the angle, never straight like this, is what we're looking for, okay? That 1 now, I can take that, and I can't do much except for hit very low impact points with a very straight arm going forward and kind of pushing those balls to the target. Now, the issue with that grip is that the balls are going to be very close to the net. I could slice with that grip, I could slice with that grip and keep those balls low as well. I could serve with that grip, I can volley with this grip, and that's what's going to give you a chance to play a lot of different shots as a beginner when you're starting out. That's the Continental grip. Like Del Potro. The second grip is the Eastern grip. The Eastern grip, we like to come onto the second bevel, okay? And that second bevel, like we said before earlier, this part and that part need to be on that second bevel, okay? Once again, this will allow me to hit much flatter shots, much more linear through my shot to get the ball getting the distance. It's still close to the net, it's a little bit higher than the other one. I can get a little bit of wrist action here, but there's a higher risk of missing the ball long because there won't be enough spin on these shots. You do see a lot of women tennis players still on tour hitting with this very flat forehand. We used to see guys like Del Potro and Federer using this kind of grips on the forehand as well. So need to be loose, need to be hitting through the ball a lot. Looking for a lot of depth with that kind of grip. That is the Eastern grip. Might switch to the Eastern. So third grip is the semi-Western grip. The semi-Western grip is on the 3rd bevel. So not the 1, not the 2, but the 3rd bevel. This grip you will see used a lot more these days on tour, and it's a lot more easier to come into the contact point and generate the upward swing path, which is giving players a lot more trajectory, a lot more safety, and a lot more topspin on their shots. As opposed to the other 2 grips, we're not just going through as much flat, we're gonna start coming up and across and start finishing on the other side of the body, okay? With the other 2 grips, you can finish on the other side of the body, but not so quickly. So this is coming across my body much faster, giving a lot more handwork and forearm work to create this. The 4th grip is the full Western grip. Not something we see much in North American players. Well, true and not true. We got guys like Jack Sock that had full Western grips. The full Western grip will help you with balls that are a lot more above, by the way, sorry, excuse me, onto the 4th bevel. Okay, so we're almost completely under the racket now, which will help you sometimes kind of get these kind of balls above your shoulder and create that kind of a Rafa Nadal whip up, or really coming across the body and ending on the other side. But it's going to be a lot more challenging on the lower balls here because of the back of the hand being in that position. It's much harder to get the racket head to go up from here. Okay, so use a lot on the red clay, on the gray clay. You'll see a lot more players using that kind of a grip. Okay guys, so you might not be using the Continental grip for a forehand in 2025. With the wooden rackets back in the days, yes. Today, not so encouraged. It might happen occasionally that you're blocking a return or certain shots with the Continental. The Eastern grip, great grip for you guys to start as beginners. It's going to allow you to have a bit of topspin, but work on it, lengthening out your hitting zone and kind of carrying your ball to the target where you can gain a little bit of control. For the more advanced players out there, you know, semi-Western definitely is the thing these days. Full Western, certain players on red clays maybe. Semi-Western is going to give you a lot more safety, a lot more topspin, a lot more RPM to the ball, rotations per minute, which is going to let those balls fall more often in the court. It's going to give you a higher percentage of success rate, and it's going to do a lot more damage on the impact point of your opponent because that ball is going to be rising up and challenging their decision making to either take it on the rise or take it on the way down. Semi-Western, you got guys like Sinner, you got guys like Alcaraz. You know, more and more of the top players are playing with those kind of grips. You will see kind of a Rooney with an Eastern grip, but again, experiment it out, test it out, try the different bevels, see what it works out for you. Hope you guys enjoy your summer and hope these tips helped you guys out for your game. Enjoy.